So now it's time to add the border onto my little towel here. And this I'm using as a kitchen towel. It could also just be a gym towel or a hand towel, whatever you want. Let me show you my supplies. I have this towel. The towel blank was a sublimation blank from Artistry, and I used the sublimation markers from Artistry to color it, to make the design on it. And you can see that there's actually a little grommet at the top, and we have a little hanger to hang it from that does nicely come off so that I can put my border on without having this in the way. And of course I need something to crochet with, so I have the Curio number 10 thread. This is a crochet thread, size number 10, and it is from We Crochet or Knit Picks, same brand. And scissors, obviously, and my crochet hook is a size D, which is also a 3.25 millimeters. D is the US name for it, but 3.25 millimeters would be a universal size. So now I'm ready to actually crochet that border on. So I have my yarn here and my hook, and what I'm going to do, start with a slip knot on your hook. I'm going to start in this corner, and I'm going to work into the very last loop before this corner. So this is the last loop on this side, first loop on this side. I'm working on the last loop on this side. I'm going to make a double crochet. So first you yarn over, insert your hook into that little loop, and this is why, you know, when we were making the loops in the previous video, I told you to make sure you don't make them too tight, because you do need to be able to get your hook in there. So I'm going to make a double crochet, okay, and then a chain one, and then another double crochet, and that is a V-stitch. All right, this is a V-stitch. We put that V-stitch in the last stitch of this side, to the last little loop of this side, and then I'm just going to chain two, 1, 2, then I'm going to put another V-stitch into the first loop on this side. So insert my hook here to make a double crochet, then a chain one, and then another double crochet. And now I'm going to make a V-stitch into each stitch around. So I'm not putting any chains in between the V-stitches. I'm just going to make a V-stitch into the next loop. So a double crochet, chain one, double crochet, and then a V-stitch into the next loop, double crochet, chain one, double crochet. And I'm going to do this all the way around. When I get to the corners, I'll do what I did here, which is put a V-stitch in the last stitch on the side that I'm working, then chain two, and then a V-stitch in the first stitch on the next side. All right, so there you go. We're going to do that all the way around till we get back to here, and then I'll show you how to do the second round. I've finished making my V-stitches all the way around, so now I'm just going to slip stitch to the top of that first double crochet that we made. Okay, finish off row one, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the chain one space, and then what I'm going to do is chain three. Oh, got a little piece of fuzz. All right, I'm going to chain three to count as my first double crochet. And then I'm going to chain two more into that chain one space, two more double crochets. Then chain one. Then I'm going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet into the chain 2 corner. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to chain 1, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put 3 double crochet in the chain 1 space of each of these V-stitches and a chain 1 in between each of those. So 3 double crochet into the center of the next V-stitch. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 3 double crochet into the center of the next V-stitch. That's 1, 2, 3, chain 1. I'm going to keep doing that all the way around. 3 double crochet into the center of the next V-stitch and then chain 1. And then when I get to the corners, the chain 2 corners, I do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the chain 2 corner, then chain 1 and keep on going around. 3 double crochet in the center of the next V-stitch, that's that chain 1 space, then chain 1 and repeat all the way around. When I get to the end, we will come on back. So I finished round 2 and then I just slip stitched to the first stitch that I made to the top of that beginning chain 3 and wove in my ends, and now I am done with the little lacy crochet edge. You can see it lays decently flat, but I'm still going to give it a little bit of steam with my little handheld steamer. Not going to put too much on it because, like I said, it already lays pretty flatly. So, I mean, I don't want it to lay flat, obviously. I want it to ruffle a little bit, but it's not, since it's not doing anything wavy, it doesn't need a whole lot of steam. So just a little bit, just to help keep it pointing away from the towel and kind of keep that ruffle evenly spaced. All right, and I'm good with that. So there we go. That is the edging, the crochet border on this towel. And I hope you enjoyed that tutorial.